All right. If I could get a motion to return to open session, please.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Rob, you take roll, please.
Megan, aye.
Aye.
Rick? Mike?
Aye.
Michael? Donna?
Okay, thank you. First up, welcome everybody. Glad to have you here tonight. If you could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do not touch her hair. She had a purpose to say. She was happy to set it short here. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, okay. All right, first up will be citizens agenda, opportunity for community and staff input on agenda items. All right, hearing none, we'll move to the informational discussion items. Dr. Alvin.
Informational discussion for this evening. County school facility sales tax for April was $81,282. Continues to be a very positive, almost 10,000 more than last year and significantly more from previous years. So that is very positive. Thank you. And we continue to use that money to update our facilities. July FOIA, State of Illinois requesting freedom of information is very easy, as you can see. Mr. Buzzard has done a nice job. July was a big month for lots of requests, so we'll continue to meet those requirements and share those with you.
Are we allowed to comment on persons' names and so on on these FOIA requests when they request certain individuals
So,
and our association with them? I guess I don't understand why we will pass on information regarding a real person and where it is appropriate and where it isn't.
You'll like to have to do an annual FOIA training that explains.
So that's
those-
all of that,
Yes,
okay.
yeah, that outlines what you are deemed to be able to deny, and in the state of Illinois, there's very little information that we have that is not public that we can't share.
Okay, and the Peoria Standard, help me remember what that is again.
it's an online
Newspaper.
newspaper.
Newspaper, okay,
Online,
that's what I thought it was some sort of newspaper,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know, they actually, I don't think they have any circulation. I think it's only online. So, the 25-26 back to school events calendar is attached. It is shocking that we are less than 2 weeks from the start of school. So, new teachers will be in tomorrow, do that. On-site registration for new students is then on Thursday. Next Thursday, we get our Teacher Institute. We actually have the energy bus will be on Monday, the 4th, with new and any returning staff who haven't done that. And then we have the 7th with back to school building-based Teachers Institute. And then back to school night is August 7th. So we certainly encourage, which we always have amazing turnout in all of the buildings for the back to school night. That is on Thursday the 7th. Teachers will return on Friday for the district day in the auditorium and at the high school. And then Monday the 11th is the first day for students. So that will be shared, but it's here. So always an exciting time. Just another reminder, just the 25-26 district calendar is there for parents and students so they can kind of see that. A couple general information. And then the 25-26 back to school e-connection that Ms. Milliken does is always very, very nice and provides a lot of information, back to school supply lists, start times, all of that general information. So that's a nice way, and that will be obviously shared, has been shared through Parent Square, through websites, through Facebook, and all of those. So hopefully all of our parents are aware of all of that information, and it's broken down by school. So that's always positive. We are learning more and more and hopefully getting a little more familiar with Parent Square. We continue to find little things that we need to fix, found a couple today even, so that's a positive, and really try to focus on using that. I have actually had some positive comments come back from parents that it's much more post. There are things actually I commented, appreciated a post from the high school that I didn't realize when we do picture days, that the students are supposed to bring back the envelopes that we all got in the mail that I did not know for the high school. So I probably wouldn't have read that if it was an email, but I did read it as a post. So I think Parent Square is going to be a positive in that regard, and it has a lot of other functions that hopefully we'll get to use a little bit more. As parents, if you've not activated an account, the emails, I sent those out again yesterday. I'll send those out again probably at the end of the week. You do not have to activate your account. You'll still get it through an email, as you really always have. But there's a lot more functionality if you do activate your account and then use the app. Some direct messaging and some things that you can use and be able to see it. That increases its functionality. So hopefully our parents do that. Second one that's really new for us this year is the Counselor app. So we have partnered with Counselor to provide 24/7, 365 mental health support for all of our students in grades 6 through 12 and our staff throughout the district. It's a text-based program, so from their kind of research, that's what our kids use today. So it's not virtual, it's anonymous, which is also, I think, positive for our kids. And so really, if anybody is having an issue at any point, they can make that contact, and within 2 minutes, there will be a counselor who will respond to them. And so there's some information there for parents. Students, as they do it, as they sign up, they're required to put in a parent email, and so parents do have the ability to opt out if they want to do that. Hopefully they would allow us to help their kids as necessary, but there is some information there. That's an app, and obviously Parent Square is app-based as well. So
Yeah, if I might, I'd just like to personally thank both of you for starting this program. This is outstanding.
yeah, I really hope it's something that our students, staff use. I will say that we are the second school district in the state of Illinois that used anything like this, I think. So I do hope it's a positive. And we have signed a multi-year agreement, so it's not one that we're going to offer something for a year and be done. So
Will we be able to see
nice.
statistics through the years, see how it's being used?
We will, obviously anonymous, but we did, when we did the setup, we asked for them to set it up by building, so we will be able to see, and then just student staff. Obviously that's all we get, but we'll get utilization, even to the point as we kind of do this rollout of which buildings are downloading the app. Kind of the same thing, we can look at Parent Square right now and see where our parents are downloading and where we need to try to share that more parents will do it. But Counselor, kind of the exact same thing, so that's good as well.
They send us monthly reports directly to us, so we don't even have to go in and run them. They'll provide that data for us. So.
Has this already started?
Yes, we rolled it out.
I mean, but ready for use?
Yes, yeah, and that was part of it with obviously back to school, and you know that it can be anxious time for everybody. We really wanted it to be ready as soon as we could. So they really got us up and running within a couple days. So yeah, that part of it was super great. So yeah. So that's Counselor. Bus driver try-a-day, Mr. Buzzard, you want to share that one? That's certainly yours.
Yeah, so kind of I saw an error that I made, so maybe we'll send out an update, but actually kind of stealing an idea from some school district down in Southern Illinois that I had seen an article on, just trying to spruce up some interest in being a school bus driver. There is a national school bus shortage. So basically it's just an opportunity this Thursday. It's actually in the North student parking lot. We're going to block off the parking lot and have a small driving course for anyone that is 21 years of age and has a driver's license can come out and drive the course and see what it's like to drive a big yellow school bus, with the idea being we understand there's probably some people that have anxiety of whether they would be interested or feel safe driving the school bus. And so therefore, they don't even go through the process of like applying for a position because they don't even know. Because there are a lot of hoops to jump through to gain your CDL, to gain your passenger endorsement, to drive a school bus. So to me, this gives hopefully some of our community members an opportunity to see if it's something that they're comfortable with, and if they are comfortable with it, maybe then it'll springboard them into applying to be a school bus driver for us. So Amy Stoker, Transportation Director, and maybe a driver or two are gonna be stationed out in the student parking lot, got them a tent and everything, because it'll probably be a little warm. So that way when people come, they can drive the bus and then kind of just review the employment process and hopefully answer some questions. So if you know of anyone that might be interested, I highly recommend to see if they want to come out and drive a yellow bus. I may go out there and drive one just so I can say I've driven one, but so they're gonna do left turns, right turns, some backing up and some turnarounds. So it'll be pretty neat, and we will be providing ice cold water all that day too. So yeah, on the parking lot. So just an idea we've talked about, depending on the success of it, something that we can clearly do anytime that lot's not going to be in use. So maybe it's something we try quarterly or however that may be. So just trying to get the word out there.
Do you have anything else for superintendent's report?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, just got an update from the city on the Bradley Cloverdale bike path. The contractor, you wanna go over that? Okay.
I was at a meeting
Oh,
this week.
yeah, so they'll be here, they'll be out, the contractor will be out late next week to clean things up, do the final grading before they do the seeding, so. And then one other thing with the bike path that Brent may not know, they have also just, this evening contacted us, to be involved in the process of approving the ordinances of how that's going to be monitored and, I guess the use of that path, the safety of it, so I appreciate them allowing us to have a seat at the table for that.
Meaning I'm not really called courtesy or anything.
Yep.
Yes,
Realize.
yes,
That's all I have.
No, that's good. The only other piece, just kind of as a reminder, we're dealing obviously with quite a bit of heat, and just kind of a reminder to our student athletes, our parents, that the Perry Weather Station, there is a link, just wanted to kind of check and make sure that it was still there. District information. So there is a link on the district information for that information. And remember, we use wet bulb readings as kind of the IHSA requirement, so you can kind of see where we are with all of those once they hit certain levels. For our coaches and all of our staff that are involved with the administration of those programs, we get notifications anytime it hits our threshold. So, and it's very specific as far as where it is in the yellow level or red level, if football can be outside or anyone outside practicing or not. So that's a really nice system. I'm glad we have that. So it makes it a little bit easier for everybody. There's not a lot of, shouldn't be gray area when we're dealing with heat and humidity and keeping our student athletes and everyone safe. So that is a positive as well. And that is all I have for information discussion items.
all right, thank you. Next up, we'll go to the consent agenda, which includes the minutes of the June 24th, 2025 school board meeting closed session, the minutes of the June 24th, 2025 school board meeting regular sessions, the monthly bills, and instructions of the 2023 closed session audio recordings. If I could have a motion, please.
So,
Second,
second.
any discussions or questions regarding anything? Nothing? Rob, you take roll, please.
Rick Bradford.
Aye.
Mike Birch.
Aye.
Mike Lindell.
Aye.
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 Thank you. Next up, we'll move on to action items. I move to keep all closed session minutes from January 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2025 closed, following the board's semi-annual review this evening during closed session. If I could have a second.
Second.
Discussions? Hearing none, Rob, take roll please.
Mike Birch,
Aye.
Michael Lavetta.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Aye. Rick Kraft.
Aye.
Great, next up, consider approval of the recommended revisions to the following board policies as presented. Policy committee does recommend the board policy revisions.
Yes.
If I could have a motion, please.
So moved.
Second,
Second that.
any discussions or questions or comments regarding all of those?
Any heavy hitters?
No, really, the biggest part of it was reverting back to the previous interpretation of some of the Title I investigation and reporting components, which is the federal requirement. So that changed with the new administration. So that's the biggest one. The other one that is a little bit new is there's a section 26A of the student school code, which requires us to have a resource person for any parents, any students who are expecting or are parents and also have had experienced domestic or sexual violence. So we have another individual to identify to make sure our students are aware of that. But other than that, it's pretty much just changes in the school code.
Right, anybody else? I hear you, nothing else, Robin, take roll please.
Michael Lavetta.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Rick Kraft.
Aye.
Mike Birch.
Aye. Okay, next up, consider approval of all hazardous bus routes for the 2025-2026 school year. If I could have a motion, please.
So moved.
Second? Second. Discussions, comments, questions?
As discussed last year, this is just an annual process that we have to go through, but no boundaries have changed.
Right. Nothing else, Rob, take roll please.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Rick Kraft.
Aye.
Mike Birch.
Aye.
Michael Lavetta.
Thank you. Consider approval of the farm ground lease for 3 years. If I could have a motion, please.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussions, questions, comments?
This is just, we had the modified lease agreement with the bike path and the potential of the transportation ground being in place, so we make sure the facilities committee all unanimously recommended the 3-year extension.
Anything else? Hearing none, Rob, take roll please.
Rick Kraft.
Aye.
Mike Birch.
Aye.
Michael Lavetta.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Thank you. Consider approval of the contract with Phillips Salmi Associates LLC to conduct the annual financial audit for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025. If I can have a motion, please.
So moved.
I'll second. Any discussions, questions? Same company, right?
Yeah, same group. I will note, they're actually taking a different approach through their, to conducting their audits. So they consider us one of their larger school district audits. So in years past, they would kind of spread out their accounting staff in multiple, so they'd be in multiple districts at one time. And so they're trying to streamline the audit process. If you remember, we've had to be filing extensions in the years past because it's taken so long to get through the audit process. Well, one reason behind that is there's been a lot of accounting firms get out of the AFR business for public schools in Illinois because of all the hoops you have to jump through, and they're just very timely. So they're taking on more clients too. So basically, they're going to bring in, basically for the large districts, they're just going to pick a week, and then they're going to bring their entire staff, and they're going to conduct our audit that week. So that's nice. It's going to be new. It's going to be different. But I can already tell you that we will have to file an extension because they're not going to be in until mid-October, which typically October 15th is the original first submission date. But we have till basically December to get that in. But it's going to be later, but it's going to be pretty quick and abrupt that we'll actually go through it and then have it. ready for us, because, in years prior, we may start in September, work with them for over a month, and then not get the report for over another month while they're working on it, so they're gonna kind of just bring us in and streamline that, so.
Well, sounds interesting.
I don't know if a room full of county.
Don't want to be involved. Mid-October, she puts it about homecoming. So, all right, anything else from anybody regarding this? If not, Rob, you take roll, please.
Mike Birch,
Aye.
Michael LeBeau,
Aye.
Donnie Eden,
Aye.
and I, Rick Crawford.
Aye. Perfect, thank you. Next up, personnel report, Dr. Austin.
Excuse me, personnel report for this evening, the following resignations. Madeline Lilly, social studies teacher at Chillicothe Junior High, effective July 2nd. Jason Carr, math teacher at Mossville Junior High, effective July 7th, 2025. Sarah Crocum, third grade teacher at South School, effective July 14th, 2025. Colleen Mathias, paraprofessional at South School, effective July 17th, 2025. Karen Hedden, special education paraprofessional at South School, effective immediately. Carrie Horak, athletics secretary at IBC High School, effective September 30th, 2025. Following personnel contracts. Amr Anar, business technology teacher at IBC High School for the 25-26 school year. Matthew Solon, social studies teacher at Chillicothe Junior High for the 25-26 school year. Michaela Braun, math science teacher at Chillicothe Junior High School for 25-26. Carrie Landsberg, family consumer science teacher, which is our child development lab program teacher at IDC High School for 25-26. Samantha Gregory, third grade teacher at South School for the 25-26 school year. Joshua Wooden, South social studies teacher at the IDC Learning Center for the 25-26 school year. Amy Hedden, math teacher at Mossville Junior High School for the 25-26 school year. Reese Sutherland, special education paraprofessional at Chillicothe Elementary Center for 25-26. Ariana Belcher, special education paraprofessional at Chillicothe Elementary Center for 25-26. Carrie Dill, MTSS interventionist at Mossville for 25-26. Natalie Guest, special education paraprofessional at Mossville for 25-26. Chanel Radnicki, special education paraprofessional at CEC for 25-26. Portia Millinger, mindful behavior tech at Mossville School for 25-26. And Heather Murphy, special education paraprofessional at Mossville Junior High for 25-26.
All right, I'll move we approve the personnel report as presented, if he repeats it. If I could have a second, please. Second. All right, any questions or comments regarding this? Good to be full, hopefully?
Yeah, we're just a couple short. We do have a couple paraprofessional openings. So if you still have some interest from community, from parents, we certainly would welcome those. Those are on our district website. Otherwise, I think we have one speech language pathologist and we are ready to go for start of school.
Deal. All right, no other questions or comments? Hearing none, Rob, take roll, please.
Michael LeBeau,
Aye.
Donnie Eden,
Aye.
and I, Rick Crawford.
Aye.
Mike Birch.
Aye. Other items?
No, so I did have a meeting, the bike task force did meet last Wednesday, and, you know, obviously it's completed, but it's not, people are walking on it. There's still a few issues with the seating, it can't happen until like mid-August, because it would burn up right now, so the engineering company is still gonna come back and fix with the seating. They're gonna come back and work with some of there's a little bit of flooding, you can see where they run off, but they're gonna fix that. Because the engineering company has it, the city can't really touch it yet. They did mow it, but that, I mean, it looked like a pumpkin patch out there for a while. But until they get it officially signed off, the city can't mow it. So once they're done with seeding it and fixing all the runoff issues, they will turn it over, and then the city would be able to mow it, trim it very good. Another issue that came up is the policing of it. Technically, that is in Perry County jurisdiction. I mean, in front of the border of our property, but it's the city, and that is owned by Perry County. It's Perry County jurisdiction. So for law enforcement issues, they're just getting a write-off that Chile PD can cover it. That's pretty much. So once that all there, we're trying to hopefully maybe do a ribbon cutting ceremony. Maybe put it up on the board there at homecoming, but And they're also looking for phase 2 now that we have that, we're now eligible for more grants to get from the state to maybe add on to that. So more flyers might be going out. I just said I work with Milliken there to kind of get stuff to the parents. But yes, also no golf carts are supposed to be on it. We're gonna get signs up. We're gonna get stuff to say it's a biking, walking, limited motorized vehicles. I did see a gentleman there on his scooter, which to me should be allowed to use, but golf carts no. But so yeah, it's finished. It looks good. I think it looks really good. I think a lot of people are using it. I've had positive comments about it. People walk on it, so that's all I got for that.
Have plenty of thunder out here. You did mention the transportation. Do you know when our next meeting is going to be with anybody regarding?
I've still not heard from, Amoresco on anything on the transportation proposal.
Okay. Have they been able to give us any type of prints or anything to look at for options or?
They have not given us anything on that. The only communication we've had with them is on the chairlift that's going into the high school here before the start of school. So I don't know if they're trying to get that off their plate before they
Okay.
move on that, but
Okay.
I can maybe shake their tree and.
It'd be nice to know. Yep. Right. Anything else, anybody else?
Should we consider a field trip to that company that, with the metal buildings? Just to see or just see something in person, or just tell us how to get there and,
Yeah, we can definitely share that once we
yeah.
see what we do.
Next up, we'll move on to public input on non-agenda items. Nothing? All right. Hearing nothing, we'll adjourn this meeting. Our next meeting will be Tuesday, August 26th, 6:30 p.m. at the Chillicothe Elementary Center Library.